Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you my secret study methods. Stay tuned. Okay, so today is the day after I wrote my second exam and I passed, and I'm so excited. And so now I am relieved and I know my study methods work. So I want to help you guys out there and show you this is how I study. This is what works for me. So basically I'm in exam mode from when I start reading the course content. So when I'm doing my readings, I want to be very intentional and taking my time to not just read and memorize, but to most importantly understand the material and the content that I'm reading. Once I purchase the course, I would would say I'm a very organized person and I love to plan ahead. So I often make my schedule and plan out how I'm going to study, how much I'm going to do each day, and how long it's going to take me to finish the course. So I'll show you that another day. So what I do when I start reading, so I'll give you course 2, for example. So course 2 has 20 modules. Once I read the first module, I will go and purchase the PassIt. So this time for course 2, the PassIt, it came up to like $54 after taxes. So I would read module 1 and then I would do some PassIt practice questions on just module 1. And that's the great thing about PassIt, is that you can really customize the practice questions that you're doing. You can do one module at a time. You can do 2 or 3 modules. You can customize it, do whatever modules you'd like. And the good thing is PassIt gives you enough time. Like they give you, I think it's like 10 weeks or something for the second course. So you'll definitely have enough time to keep your PassIt membership while taking your time to read the course. And I was able to keep my PassIt membership all through doing course 2, plus all these delays through the whole quarantine and things. So there's more than enough time. So I found this method to be very helpful for me, and it helps me retain the information that I'm reading a whole lot better. Reading through the modules, they have practice quizzes within each module. So it's kind of along the same lines, how you're reading and doing some testing within the content. I just take it a step further and do more testing through the PassIt platform. So I'll read module 1, do PassIt 15 questions. I'll read module 2, do PassIt 15 questions on just module 2. Read module 3, do PassIt questions on just module 3, and so forth. And then once I'm finished all of the readings, then I'll do PassIt practice questions. I'll do like 30 or 40 questions on questions for all the modules. And then PassIt has a function to do questions on the fundamentals. That I found was really helpful. After reading all the course content, seeing questions on the fundamentals just helped me to secure, you know what, these are the things that I really want to focus on and make sure that I understand going forward. And then they also have a great section where you can do top 10. So I love the top 10. So I can do top 10 questions I got wrong, so I can improve my knowledge with those. And then also the top 10 questions that everyone gets wrong. So they take that data from everyone. So once I've done those, then I would move on to the Terminator. So with the Terminator, course 1, I went through the whole thing. In course 2, it was just too much. So basically there's all these different ones, and you can see like this one's module 1, this one's module 2, this one's module 3 part 1, this one's module 3 part 2. So they divvy it all up, and then down here it has all of the course, all of the course, all of the course. So you click on whichever one you want to focus on, and once you click on it, it's kind of like a game. The way I see it, it's like a game show. So it has a definition there. So code of ethics, obligations to treat each person fairly, blank, and with integrity. You pick one of the answers that are over here, and you can scroll up and down. Pick one of the answers. I think it's competent. And then, oh, see, I was wrong. Code of ethics, obligation to treat each person fairly. Honestly. So because I put that one, the first one wrong, you can see here, the points went down to 4. Sorry, let me explain this properly. So each of this thing here is called a card. So for each card, you can get up to 5 points. And down here, it tells you how many cards there are. So I'm on card number 1 of 28. So 28 times 5. 28 times 5 is 140. So out of a possible 140 points, that's what you can get on this game. So this one, the first one I put was wrong. So the most points I can get on this card is 4. And then because I got this one right, I got 4 points. So it's saying my score is 4 there. So then I can go to the next card. Card 2, legal action for commission is only possible if a person is registered or blank under REBA. So you get what I'm saying. So you just pick each one, and I'll just show you an example. Like that one was wrong, that one was wrong. Now I'm down to 3 points, 2, and then once you get down to 1 point, doesn't matter how many wrong answers you put in, 1 is the lowest point that you'll get. So once you eventually find the right answer, then you'll get 1 point for that. So you can do this as many times as you want. You can see here, my highest score was 130 for this particular module 1. So that's the Terminator. Once I'm done the Terminator, then I would do Rapid Recall 450. So this beauty right here it's strictly true and false answers. And although the test doesn't have true or false answers, this will really help you to test your knowledge and challenge you to keep doing better. So, have a question there, you pick your answer, and it gives you your current streak. So every time you get a question right, you get a point added. But once you get a question, if you get 12 questions right in a row and then you get 1 wrong, you go back to 0. So this really pushes you to know your stuff and to try and get the highest score possible. So reverse osmosis removes dissolved solids and minerals from well water. True. Next. The term low E means that a window has low efficiency. False. See, so now I'm back to 0. So that's just an example. So once I did that and I was scoring above 75% on all the modules, that's the time, which is really the day of the exam, when I went and did my practice exam. So you'll go to the multiple choice questions, and here is the test mode. So this, you can do 3 methods. So 1 hour test mode with 38 questions, 2 hours with 76 questions, or 3 hours with 115 questions, which is the most similar to the exam. So this is the one that I had actually done. And by the way, during my course 2 exam, this is the kind of questions that I was finding on the exam, a lot wordy ones. So you really have to take your time. Yeah, so it gives you a little timer there to simulate the real thing. After you've gone through all those steps, you've read over the course material a good amount, and should have, honestly, the knowledge is all in your head. It's just, tricky part is pulling out the right information at the right time. So the more you're in it, the more you'll get used to it, and the easier that will get. And then other than PassIt is my main thing that I use, but it's not the only one out there. There's so many other platforms and methods to use. There's Quizlet, not Quizlet by Lisa Mark. There's Quizlet. Lisa Mark has put together practice questions for each course and each module. She also has released her own helpful video tutorial guides. She's also released her own audio guides, which are really great to just listen to those. Vale has a YouTube channel where he reads over the content. That's very helpful. There is CY Learning. Right now, they only have practice questions for course 1 available. There's Minicram, which is the Coles notes of the courses, and Facebook. There's a couple Facebook groups out there. Honestly, reading people's experience, a lot of people ask questions and clarification on different contents in each of the courses. They comment on their exams and helpful tips that they've used. any tech issues that you go through, you can mention it in the group there and see if someone else had a similar experience and can help you out there. So those are really good to be a part of. And then even YouTube and Google. What's very helpful is some of the content within the course that you're reading, Google it. So like the structure of a roof, I Googled it and I saw so many different diagrams with similar things that they're talking about within the course. So it's just really helpful to see a real life version or a different version of what you're reading in the book. So that's good. And talking about it really helps to let the information sink in. Being able to explain it really shows that you're able to retain it and understand it. So that's good. So my people, that is it for this video. Hopefully you guys can take from that and find something that works for you. So just remember, stay calm, stay washing your hands, and we'll get through this program one course at a time. All the best, guys.